Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Mike, back with another freaking video for you guys. And of course, we got our girl Betsy back here. Look at this, guys. I mocked up the front fairing just so you guys can get a visual. Come on now. These headlights are amazing. Look at them. Just look at them. It's not finished. Obviously, not finished fitment. We can tell there's a lot of gapping. I still got wires hanging everywhere. That's just to give you guys a visual. And then, of course, we got this beautiful freaking grip and bar end. Oh my God, let me tell you. Your boy's got a vision and it is coming together. And hold up, we have an apprentice. Our apprentice is always here on the job, Mrs. Bailey, and she said she wants to show you guys her Frisbee. There she goes. Frisbee chick at her finest with her favorite weather, the snow. Alright guys, so this video, probably not going to be too long of a video. We're going to just kind of get in there and get out of there pretty quick today. It's freezing outside. Plus, your boy ended up saying, screw it, we don't need a throttle tube. All I need is the piece for the inside for the bar end to grab to. So I figured, you know what, let's match this side. We're going to cut this old grip off. We're going to install the new grip. We won't do the bar end. I'm waiting for that part. But we will install the grip. And then also, since I still have this fairing off and not connected, hold on, uno momento guys, sorry. So now that we have front fairing off, we're going to do front brake reservoir as well, since we have access, nice and easy. And yeah, we're going to try and do this. We're going to just put this fluid back in, just so I don't have to worry about air bubbles or anything, but we are going to do this later on down the road. All the brake fluid will be flushed, and we will do this the right way, so don't worry guys. This is just for now, just to get this beautiful new front brake reservoir installed for you guys. So we'll get this baby installed, and we'll get this baby installed. So I guess with that all being said, I'll leave the mamble jambling on the low, and we'll get all up in this video, boys. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty guys, so I showed you this on the other side as a very simple process, so I'm not gonna go too crazy in this part of the video, because obviously anybody can do this. So you just do a nice little cut with a razor blade, get that peel. Ooh, she's a sticky one. Oh my God, hold on boys, we gotta cut her fully through. Alright boys, we got it. We've got it. We cut through her, and we're gonna just say, see you frickin' later. So now, we can't tell, throttle tube snapped a little bit there, but it's not the end of the world. We can work with it. All we need is the little piece for the bar end on the inside. So we're gonna get this grip installed. I already showed you guys this one, so I guess I will just give you a time lapse for it. Okay, bye. Alright, weenies and weenie hut juniors. We have this beautiful blue Domino grip that we have to install on this bike, guys. This is such a beautiful grip. It definitely was worth the wait. Let me just say that at the least. Definitely had to wait a little while for this one, but that's okay. I just want to get it over this chipped part, and then I can start hammering away. Alrighty boys, there she blows. She's officially double-sided now. She's got blue and blue. We're just missing a bar end on this side. We're working on it, I promise boys, we're working on it. But I wanted to complete this look for y'all, and I think it looks freaking amazing. So, grip's done. Now we can move on to the fancy stuff, and we can get this front brake reservoir installed. And let's just give you guys a little taste of the flavor. So hold on. Alright boys. So if we can't tell, we got the blue to match the blue to match the blue. And then we also have a little bit of gold in this front end. So we're gonna hit it with a little bit of gold, boys. So yeah, I think that's gonna make a freaking heck of a difference. And I can tell you, once this is installed and we have this front fairing back on and this whole bike is ready to rock again, you guys will never doubt my taste ever again, because I promise you, she's turning out to look pretty dang good, boys. Pretty dang good. So let me get everything set up to do this front brake reservoir, and I'll pull you weenies back out. So I kind of have you set up on my gas tank. I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little point of view of what we got to do. But long story short, this zip tie has got to go goodbye. So let's get Zippy McRippy out of there. So we'll see him later. And now pretty much what we have to do is we're gonna have to pull off this lid. I'm gonna have to dump this fluid out. But what I want to do is keep this line up so I don't really get any air in here. So we're gonna dump out as much fluid as we can from the top, and then I'll take this clamp off, leave this hose up, transfer the new front radiator, front brake reservoir, and then I could dump the old fluid back in it, just so I know I kind of hopefully didn't get any air in the lines. But regardless, guys, we're gonna do that later on. Once the weather starts getting nicer, we're gonna do a full-on brake bleed and you know, get the Jiminy Crickets rolling for this girl. So pretty much I got all the tools that I need here. The only thing that your boy really does need is something to dump this fluid into. So we're gonna take this little cap bracket off, and I'm gonna find something real quick that I could dump some freaking fluids into, y'all. Alright, weenies, we've got our red Solo cup. We're going to grab our Reservoir. I'll keep that in my pocket, and I need this. So like I said, actually, you know what, guys, I can clip the zip tie up here as well. We're gonna try and do this one as safe as possible. And that was pretty good. That was pretty freaking good, boys. Alright, so with that being said, we've got this all loosey-gooseyed, so I can keep this up. I'm gonna pop this cap off. Bingo. Then I can take this out, which I already knew this was gonna be more of a pain. So let me grab the handy dandy flathead, guys. We all know flatheads save lives sometimes. So let's put that Jiminy Cricket in here. That's definitely one way to do it. That is definitely one way to do it. Now, what I want to do, hold on. Your boy forgot to grab one rag. We forgot to grab a rag before we start doing all this crazy conniptions. Alright, boys. So, we've got a rag if we spill anything. And pretty much, I'm going to just twist this back off. And we're going to dump this fluid out. Okay, so fluid is out. Like I said, we are going to save that fluid just so we don't have any fluid in this system whatsoever. Keep this line up. Bingo. See you later, old Reservoir. Probably should have wore some gloves for this, boys. It's okay though. Now we're gonna just, oh yeah, slide this one in. We gotta slide this down a little bit. There we go. Bingo! And pretty much, that's a full swap right there, boys. I don't know if you guys seen what I just seen, but now we're gonna pretty much just open this back up. Wow, so beautiful. And we're gonna just pour the rest of the brake fluid from the old reservoir into this one. Wow, what a clean swap, boys. What a clean freaking swap. We don't want to drop any of this. Slap that cap right back on. And, guys, I'd say that's a new front brake reservoir installed right there. All right, let me pull my phone out now for you weenies. The moment of truth. Me and Daly are ready. So, front brake reservoir, she is freaking installed, and I really don't even have to put any more fluid in this, but the last thing we have to do is just put this mounting bracket on and kind of just set it up where we want it. That I'll do for a time lapse, but guys, can we just appreciate this? I'm gonna try and set it up close to the forks. Give this a little wipe, and boom. So we've got the blue to match the blue, and then we've got the gold to match the gold. I mean, obviously we can tell the brake reservoir is a darker gold than the forks are, but you can see what I was going for, and I think that makes one hell of a difference, guys. It's gonna look nice and fancy under here, especially once we have that front fairing on. But man, I am excited. It's the little things that just, they pull everything together. I mean, don't get me wrong, the headlights, these headlights made a ginormous difference. Plus, that wasn't very cheap, but like grips, these grips made a huge difference, especially with the nice barns. They made a huge difference. This front brake reservoir is gonna make, well, not gonna, it did make a huge difference. Plus, we still have to change out this gas cap. That's still gonna make another difference, because that's gonna be black with a red cap. So it's gonna make the gas tank pop even more. And then obviously we have the air filter, that's underneath. You don't see none of that, but guys, this bike is really starting to come together. The vision that I had, I'm very excited that it's really I'm starting to see it. So really, it's just finishing putting all the rest of the parts that I have for this bike, and we can slap fairings on, and we can really see what this bike's gonna look like with all these new parts. I know, obviously me showing you with no fairings on the bike and stuff, you can kind of get a hint of what it's gonna look like, but you really don't know until you see all the body pieces around it that make everything stand out the way that I planned it to stand out. So I'm excited, but I'm gonna set you guys up. I'm gonna finish setting up this front brake reservoir, and we'll freaking close up this video, boys. So let's get back into the Jimmy Jansons. Alrighty, boys. This is a pretty simple setup here. So pretty much I need to find where I have that bolt, and then I can get this set up probably something like this. So we're gonna just get these in. This is just kind of a rough mount, just to see where we want and need it to sit. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we can hard mount this where it's gonna sit until we have the front fairing on, because how are we supposed to know where it's gonna want to sit until I have that fairing on and I know where it needs to sit, where it's not hitting plastics and stuff. Just think about these things now, guys. I guess I'm not very good at that. So I'm gonna just get a bolt and I'll get that test mounted. Hold on one second, weenies. We got our bracket bolt, sorry. And we can kind of just mount this however we want, which, like I said, not gonna be able to hard mount this until I do have my front fairing on, because I don't really need to don't know where this needs to sit until that front fairing is here, and I know it's got full clearance on everything. So like I said, guys, we're gonna just do a little, just a little test fit for now, give you guys a visual. I'll switch you guys over to my phone. Sheesh, will we just look at that, guys. Obviously, I still have to mess around with the mounting point that I just slapped together for you guys so we can get some freaking visuals. But man, this PSR front brake reservoir is beautiful. I'm a little upset that the golds don't match as well as I planned, but you guys understand what I was going for, and it's close enough. But the blues match. The grips and the top of my forks match pretty dang well, especially with the blue on my bike. It looks darker in the shade. I promise they all match. But sheesh, your boy is freaking excited. So in reality, guys, we are on the home stretch with this bike. Like I just said in a clip or two before, we got to pull this old stock gas tank off, and we're going to put a new gas cap cover on so we don't have to worry about putting a key in every time and turning the bike off and doing all that stuff. So we are replacing this, but we have to remove this whole gas tank cover because we do have an air filter that needs to go on this bike. And then, in theory, all of our parts that we ordered will be installed. I haven't ordered anything new, guys, just to keep you guys in the loop. We definitely have not ordered anything new yet. Still kind of up in the air. Like I said, guys, we do have a big bike event, so I don't want to have to worry about keeping the bike broken down. I kind of want to just get her back together, try and get her tuned, and be fully up and operational by that event, because obviously we want to look good, but not only do we want to look good, we want to function pretty dang good too. So, you know, we still got some work to do. I showed you guys the headlights, so we're gonna go back in there. We're gonna clean up all these wires. I just wanted to make sure everything worked, and I wanted to show you guys in that last video. So other than having to pull that gas tank off, once we do that air filter, we're gonna pretty much come back into this front end, like I said, clean up these wires, and then we can start buttoning everything back up. Once this gas tank cover goes back on, then I can slap on side fairings and I can slap on the front fairing, and then she'll be complete 100%, other than the fact that I don't need to get her tuned, but I really want to get her tuned. So she's almost there, guys. I really am excited to really see what this bike's going to look like at the finished product, because obviously you guys don't really see much from a bike being naked, but I promise you guys, when it's done, you guys are going to enjoy it. So that is going to end this video. This video is probably a little quick, a little bit of a throw around, because if we can't tell, we've just been getting snow like every other freaking day. And it has been in the 20s. It is freezing out, so it has been hard to make the content. Sadly, your boy's working out of a freaking shed. I ain't got no heat or nothing back here, so it's definitely hard to stay warm. And obviously, I can't work in gloves because I got to be able to work with small screws and bolts and all this stuff. So I'm toughing it out for you guys, because I told you guys, no matter what it is, no matter the weather, we're going to drop at least one video a week. And I'm a man of my word, so I'm keeping that real. And we just got to hold out until this winter's over. Once the winter's over, we'll be back with Betsy, and we will be back to them sexy, beautiful moto vlogs. But that's going to be that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys are enjoying the process of this build coming together. Betsy 2.0 is on the way, and she's going to be better than ever, guys. So with that being said, your girl Betsy, your girl Bailey, and your boy Mike, we're out of here. And guys, leave down in the comments what you want to see, some parts that you guys would want to see on this bike, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.